Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, apologies for interrupting the Blackpink opinion series with this video. I promise the Jennie and Jisoo videos will be next. But I really just had a few things I needed to get off my chest and wanted to talk to you guys about them. So I decided to make this video regardless of the series being incomplete. Big fat disclaimer before I get started. This video isn't hating on Blackpink or blaming the girls or me trying to make them look bad in any way. Let me make that very clear before people decide to come at me in the comments. I have just been in my feels with Blackpink lately and have been having a lot of thoughts on how I feel about them these days and why, and their activities in 2021. This isn't a why I unstand Blackpink video or me trying to convince anyone to feel a certain way about the girls either. I am not unstanding or anything like that. And that being said, if you unstand or unstanding, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. No one needs to justify anything. But I just wanted to make it clear that very much still stan Blackpink. This video is just me discussing my thoughts because I feel like I need to get them out and also really want to know what other people are thinking or if they feel the same. This is my channel, so I will discuss my opinions on the groups I follow and stan. In every video I've made, I've tried my absolute best to be as respectful as possible, and I think that is pretty clear throughout my channel. I have never hated on anyone I've talked about whatsoever, or encouraged negative talk either. So if you're here to call me an anti or a hater, then go ahead and clown yourself. You're only wasting your time. I think I've made where I stand quite clear. With all that being said, if you're still here and interested in what I have to say, then thank you for sticking around, and if you get offended, you've been warned. Alright, now let's get right into it. Before we get into any of the juicy stuff, I want to give you all a background on how I came to know Blackpink and how much value they truly hold for me. I have mentioned this in a few videos on my channel before, but Blackpink is the first group I ever properly stan. And they are also the first group that fully introduced me to the world of K-pop. I knew about other groups before I knew about Blackpink, but I had never fully immersed myself into the K-pop world and didn't know how things worked in terms of promotions, etc. I had casually listened to a few BTS songs, knew some other songs from artists like 2NE1, and knew Gangnam Style. That's about it. Like, I didn't know about music videos having concepts and teasers and members having different hair every time and stuff, and the whole concept of a comeback, idols engaging in variety shows, etc. Blackpink truly introduced me to the Korean music industry and got me interested in exploring other groups and K-pop as a whole. And because of this reason alone, Blackpink will always have a special place in my heart. Additionally, when I was first getting into them, I watched Blackpink House and did my homework on each member, and honestly just fell in love with their group chemistry and individual stories and personalities. And for me, from the very beginning, chemistry and personality have been the main reasons I've stanned Blackpink even more than their music. So now that you know how I feel about Blackpink and how much they mean to me, I hope you can see where I'm coming from with this video as I get into more detail. So honestly, lately they have just stopped feeling like a group anymore, to me at least, and from my experience, a big thing in K-pop is group chemistry and dynamics, especially in the K-pop setting. What I mean is, to me it is the most fun to watch K-pop idol groups do their thing, when they are carrying out activities as a K-pop idol group, and interacting with each other. Stuff like comeback promotions, variety shows, their own little series or shows that tons of groups have, interviews, etc. Like, I enjoy seeing idols be themselves with their group members, doing stuff like that. But with Blackpink, it doesn't feel like they're a K-pop group at all. It just feels like they are four rich best friends that do their own thing but occasionally hang out together and have a good time. I don't know what it is, but it just feels weird. And this has pretty much never happened with any K-pop group ever, as far as my knowledge of K-pop goes. What YG has done to Blackpink is unbelievable, and I'll get more into that later. But in terms of them not feeling like a group anymore, that is kind of throwing me off. It doesn't feel like they are musicians anymore. It feels like they're models and influencers. And I know people have been saying this for a long time at this point, but this year, especially right now, it feels like that more than ever. And as a Blink, I don't really like where things are right now, because the girls deserve so much better. I also wanted to address the fact that Jennie, Rosé, and Jisoo all attended Paris Fashion Week. Lisa flew out and was supposed to attend, but didn't end up doing so last minute. To me it seems like she was ready to go and was scheduled to attend, but YG fucked up and something happened, so she wasn't allowed to last minute. Honestly, it really sucks because her solo has not been getting promoted as well. Like if you compare it to the most recent Blackpink solo, which is Rosé's. She was on so many different shows and did interviews with so many different brands and magazines, and I feel like she had way more stage performances. Whereas for Lisa it just feels like her solo came out, things were hype for about 10 days, and then nothing. And now this whole issue in Paris. What the fuck is YG doing? This is another major reason that I am honestly starting to lose interest in them because of, I hate to admit it, but it's true and I am not going to keep denying it. I want to stay interested in Blackpink. I really do. But when a group doesn't feel like a group anymore, everyone's busy doing their solo activities. There are more photoshoots being released than music, and it's been nearly a year and there is no sign of or hope for a group comeback whatsoever. It really becomes hard to keep your interest piqued. I know people disagree with this, but to me, both How You Like That and Kill This Love were D4 recycles. Once you listen to these songs enough times, they weirdly blend into each other and kind of start to sound the same. At least that was the case for me. The concept is the same, the lyrics are the same, and I just don't feel any excitement anymore. Like if they announced a comeback, I can't lie, I don't know if I would feel excited, and that really sucks. Especially because their contract ends in less than 2 years, and I want to give them all the love and support I possibly can. I was not too happy when How You Like That came out because of how much of a conceptual copy of Kill This Love and D4 it was, but they backed it up with the album, which was a great move, because it really gave a lot of Blinks, myself included, hope for the future and kept us in. But then again, I still can't look away from the fact that we are getting one comeback a year from them with the same typical girl crush bad bitch concept, while there are rookie groups out there changing things up, coming back multiple times a year, and have more songs in a year than Blackpink have in 5. It's just ridiculous and hard to ignore at this point. So I guess that's all I had to say. It feels good to put that out there, and I really hope people don't come for me and I am not alone. I love the girls and admire them and their friendship so much, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, they truly got me into K-pop and are the first group I ever stand. So for that they will always have a very special place in my heart. But right now, it feels weirdly exhausting to stand them. Like I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it's like I'm hanging off the edge of a cliff by a thread, if you get what I mean. There isn't much to hold on to. Bit dramatic, but I hope you all get where I'm coming from. If you disagree with me or didn't like anything I said, you can definitely bring it up, but please be respectful in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and the last thing I would want on this channel is people coming at me or each other in the comments over a video like this. For me, this channel is a way of talking to people that are into the same things as me and would be interested in hearing what I have to say about them, because I don't have many IRL friends that are into K-pop. So it's not that serious. Don't get butthurt, and just share your thoughts below and have a chill time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry about interrupting the Blackpink series with it, but I will get right back into it next week. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.